Good morning students. In this video, I am going to explain you about critical section. What is critical section? How to solve this critical section. Okay. So commonly if I am telling one example like if you are taking a road. So in that road vehicles can travel as well as human also can travel. Both sides it will be going, right? So that is a highway is there and small size road is there. In some places, some roads only one way is there, so only one person can travel at a time. In opposite side if someone is coming, this person cannot travel, so that we will be saying like a critical path, right? So only one person can travel through that way. What to say, it's a single path, single step path. Okay, so that we will be calling it as critical path, because at a time so many persons cannot enter through that, right? So similarly here we are having one concept that is called critical section. Okay, so if you are taking operating system critical section, the same thing what we learned there, it is here two process cannot enter into the critical section at the same time, right? So all the process, each and every process, they are having some critical sections. Okay, and if two processes are there while for execution, so their critical sections cannot be executed at the same time. So that it is called the critical section. Okay. So how to solve this problem, that we can see, right? So this is the structure of a process. Okay, I told you all the process they have critical section, right? So this is the structure of a process, and this is the entry section, critical section, exit section, and reminder section. Okay, so this is the structure of a process. So if two processes are executing at the same time, if both are entering inside the critical section, both cannot execute. Okay, this is common. Okay, so that it is called the critical section. And some requirements of critical section: mutual exclusion, progress, bounded waiting. Okay, mutual exclusion, progress, and bounded waiting. So these are the requirements of the critical section. So the first one, it is mutual exclusion. Mutual exclusion is, so here two processes cannot enter at the same time. Only one process can execute the critical section. So this is the mutual exclusion. The next one, it is progress. So progress is if two processes are there. So if both are waiting for the critical section, they will be there decision making, which want to enter inside the critical section. Okay, if one process is ready to enter and if one process is there for executing the reminder section, and this process will not come to take decision making. So that is the progress. It is showing the progress, right? So which are all coming for decision making. So the process, they are ready to enter into the critical section, only they are ready for making the decisions. Okay, so that is the progress. It is showing the progress. Okay, and the last one, it is bounded waiting. It shows number of times a process is trying to enter inside the critical section. Okay, so it shows number of times a process is ready to enter inside the critical section. Okay, understand? So that is bounded waiting. Okay, two process solution. So here some solutions are given with the two process. Okay. The first one, it is algorithm 1, 2 and 3. So here we can see how by using two processes the critical section problem is solved, whether it is satisfying all the three requirements. If it is satisfying all the three requirements, we can say it is solving the critical section. Okay. So the first algorithm is this one. Here they have used one variable name, it is turn. It is an integer variable. Turn, it is an integer variable. So if you are seeing here, if turn is not equal to 1, means I. Here the I value is 0 and 1. Okay, 0 or 1. If turn not is equal to, first of all we can guess it is 0. So if turn is not equal to 0, then it can enter into the critical section. If it is not equal to I, it is coming to the reminder section. Okay, so here from this we can easily say it is solving the mutual exclusion, right? Only one process can, which process is satisfying this condition can enter inside the critical section, other have to wait or enter inside the reminder section, right? So clearly we can say it is solving the mutual exclusion. And here if you are taking this progress, whether it is showing any progress, whether any progress is very process is waiting for the critical section? No. So it is not satisfying the second one. Also, it is not showing whether any other process trying to enter inside the critical section for several times. It's not showing there, right? So it is not satisfying the third. So only it is satisfying the first requirement. Understand? Then this is the second algorithm. So here we have taken turn as the integer variable, right? So here flag is considered as the what variable? It is a Boolean variable. Flag is considered as a Boolean variable, and here it is considered as the integer variable. Okay, and here the condition it is given if the flag of I is equal to true. So if that process becomes true, that can enter inside the critical section, right? So other can enter inside the reminder section. Here also the same case. Here only we did what we did. We have changed the variable, Boolean variable, integer variable into Boolean variable. And here also it is satisfying the mutual exclusion and not satisfying the remaining two conditions. Okay. And so the third algorithm. So in this third algorithm, both are compiled. Here we are using flagged Boolean variable as well as turn integer variable. Okay. So what is done here? Flag of j is equal and turn is equal to j. Both, if it is satisfying both, it can enter inside the critical section. Otherwise, it have to go for the reminder section. So from here, from these conditions, we can check which process is waiting to enter inside the critical section. We can see number of times the process is waiting for entering inside the critical section. So that bounded waiting is solved, right? Also, we can say only the true condition can execute the critical section. So that the first one it is solved. And when coming to the second progress, see here, so both trying and both making decision and only one it is entering. Understand? So here all the three requirements are solved there. Understand? So we can say from these three, the algorithm 3 it is satisfying all the three requirements and it is told as the best solution for the critical section. Okay. And apart from this, we are having another one solution, that is multiple process solution. Here we have seen these three for two process, and here we can see this one for more number of process. For process n we can consider this algorithm, and here this algorithm is called the bakery algorithm. Okay, so bakery algorithm, and here the concept it is token system it is maintained. So if you are taking a bakery, nowadays in the bakery they are not following this, but here it is given like the bakery algorithm is if so many people are there entering there to buy something. Okay, so everyone they have given some token. At that time, if more number of people are entering to the shop, so what happens? A crowd may happen there, right? So for solving that problem, they are issuing token for everyone. Okay, so according to the token, processing is done. They are giving the product according to the token. So if in some cases, if two persons are getting the same token number, so they will consider the timing at which time who came first. Okay. So that it is called a bakery algorithm. So there they are following token system. Understand? So these are about critical section. First of all, we have seen what is critical section and what are the requirements for critical section, and then we have seen the solutions to solve this critical section. Understand? So next we can see about some tools to solve this critical section problem. We are going to see first two solutions for solving the critical section problem. So the first one is synchronization hardware. Okay, so various synchronization methods are already existing there for inter-process communication and all. Okay, and here for synchronization hardware we are having test and set instructions. Okay, so this is one of the way or one of the instructions to solve the critical section, test and set instructions. Okay. And here we can see the definition or the structure of the test and the set instruction. Okay, and here we are having the Boolean variable RB and target. It is a Boolean variable, and if it is true, it will returns RB. Okay, so this is the structure or this is the definition of the test and the set instruction. And here we already learned the three requirements are there to solve the critical section problem. Three requirements are there, right? So the one, it is mutual, to solve the mutual exclusion. So here, to implement the mutual exclusion, we can see how this test instruction is used. Okay. So see here, so while it is just using the test and set instruction, and log it is given here, and log if it is true, if this log becomes true, it will enter into the critical section, else it goes for the reminder section. So when it comes here, it will call the test and set instruction as it existing there. And here the parameter it is log. Log it is the parameter, and it returns the RB value, and if it is true, it enters into the critical section, else it goes to the reminder section. Understand? And so this is normally it is implementing the mutual exclusion. Then if it is using the swap instruction. So you all know about swap instruction, right? If two cups of water, they have one cup is filled with water, one cup is filled with milk. If you want to replace it, how we will do? We will take another cup, right? So we will pour the water inside there, then we will shift this here and this here, right? So this is called as swapping process. So for doing this swapping, we need a temporary storage, right? So the same concept is coming here. Swap instruction, swap is the method, and here we are having two Boolean variables, and a temporary is a temporary storage or temporary variable it has taken, that is temp, and using with the help of this A and B are interchanged. Okay, so this is the swap instruction, and now we can see how this swap instruction, through this swap instruction, through this swap instruction, how the process is entering inside the critical section. Okay, and see here, here the variable, that is Boolean variable, it is log. If it is false, and again here key is another one Boolean variable, and here if it is true, it is coming here. It is entering into the log and the key, that is swap section. So we need to call here, it comes here, and the values of log and AA this becomes log and B becomes key, and swapping may happen here, and if it becomes true, it enters inside the critical section, otherwise it goes to the reminder section. Okay, understand? So these are about the test set instruction in the synchronization hardware. Understand? So synchronization hardware, here we are using test and set instruction, and then we have seen the structure, and then we have seen to implement the mutual exclusion. So here we are calling this method. Okay, and we can see log is the parameter that is used here, and it is returning a value, and here if it is true, it enters inside the critical section, right? The next one, it is, we have seen how the swap instruction is executed, and here how the swap instruction is executed in the process PI, so that in this line it is calling this instruction, this method, and we are getting the, if it is becomes true, the critical section is executed, otherwise it is coming for the reminder section. Understand? Okay. So the next we can see about the mutex log. So mutex, in this mutex it is mutual exclusion log. Mutual exclusion log. Okay. So it is the software tool. It is another tool used to solve this critical section problem, and to overcome the race conditions we are using this mutex logs. Okay, this is software tool. And here we are having two methods. The first one it is acquire of, and the second one it is release of. Acquire of is to hold the log, and release of is to release the log. Okay, so when it is holding the log, the process cannot inside, any other process cannot enter inside the critical section. If it is releasing, any other can enter inside, right? So this is the structure for that, acquiring the log, critical section, then after releasing the log, it is coming to the reminder section. Okay, so this is for acquire of method. And here, if the log is available, it is entering inside the release. Okay, if it is there, first of all, if any process is entering inside the critical section, the log is acquired. Okay, so that any other process cannot enter inside. And if it is completed, the log may get released. Okay, understand, ma'am? And here we are having one disadvantage, that is busy waiting and spin lock. Busy waiting and the spin lock. Okay. So what is spin lock? Busy waiting is waiting for a long time and no the critical section is still remaining for a long. Okay. Spin lock is if one process in critical section. Okay. So process P1 in critical section it is executing and another one P2 it is coming and checking so that it is going for waiting and again it is coming and checking and it checks this and goes for the waiting. So similarly it is waiting for a long time again and again it is checking and waiting for a long time and that we will be calling it as spin lock. Understand? Spinning more number of times and checking whether the critical section becomes free. Okay, understand? So this is about the mutual lock. So in the mutual lock, we are taking care about two methods, acquire of method and release of method, and both definition is written and finally the disadvantage is written here. Understand? Okay, two more concepts under this critical section problem. To solving the critical section problem are critical region and monitors. Okay, so first we can see about critical region. So it is a control structure for implementing the mutual exclusion. So this is a declaration how to write this critical region where mutex and the colon is there, then sham and the t. Okay, so the meaning of this is variable mutex is a type t, which is a shared variable. Okay, and this mutex access inside the region can be given another way like region is a keyword. Region mutex when B do S. And here B, it is a Boolean expression and yes, it is an executable statement. Okay, so this is the way to present the critical region. So it is one of the way for implementing the mutual exclusion. Okay, and so see here region mutex when B. B it is a mutual Boolean expression. It will do when executable statement. So already we have learned how to execute the mutual exclusions in the previous sections, right? And here we are seeing the critical region to execute all those things, right? So some advantages here, restricted usage of shared variables. Okay. So all the shared variables cannot be used, only with restrictions shared variables can be used. And it is also one of the mutual exclusion type and it prevents error. It is less versatile than semaphore. When comparing with the semaphore, here it is less versatile. Okay. And then coming to the monitors, it is based on abstract data type. So it is based on the abstract data type and it consists of procedure, shared data and administrative data. It is not a single method or function. It is like the abstract data type. It may have everything. Procedure, shared data and administrative data, everything will be there. And some of the characteristics of this monitor are only one process can be at a time. That is, it is solving the mutual exclusion, right? And only the local data variables can be accessible. And we have seen in the here while sharing the variables, restriction is there. Similarly, local data variables can only be accessible. Process enters the monitor by invoking one process at a time. As it is mutually exclusive, here only one process can be allowed. It is allowed to enter inside the monitor at a time. Okay, and here two operations are done. The first one it is wait off and another one it is signal off. Okay, so wait off when one process is there in critical section, another process have to call this wait off. And if it is okay, completed, it want to release or resume the function, has to call the signal off to resume the existing function. And this is the view of the monitor, how it looks. Shared data is there, process, operations done here, and this is the initial code, and this is the entry queue. Okay, understand? So this is monitors. Understand? So in this, we have learned about what is critical section, what are the problems caused in the critical section, and how to solve. Some solutions also we have seen how to solve the critical sections. Right? Understand? Okay, thank you.